everyone. Hey, girl. Hey, hopefully this podcast goes better than our last one.
Yes. Well, I mean, we can't go off the rails too much because this is a long episode.
It is. I mean, we can't.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely go off the rails. Oh, yes, we can definitely go off the rails.
We have to find them to go on them. So, girl, what's new with you? What's new with you? What's new with you? What's new? With you?
Life, the hereafter.
You're
I'm
dead.
I'm feeling super introspective now because of seeing Beyonce in concert. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
very introspective. Like when I wake up in the mornings now, I put on the song "Listen," and I'm just trying to like have the words speak to me.
Listen to the song here in my heart. A
Hmm.
melody has the. Are you getting a divorce?
No,
Is he
no.
cheating? Because those are the only two reasons you should be listening to Listen.
No, if I that's true actually. Now that you say that. No, if I listen to listen followed by and I am telling you, then you'll know something is wrong. That's when you'll know something is very,
that
very wrong.
that you're getting a divorce and you're pregnant.
Hmm. Like I said,
I'm
something's
sorry,
gonna be
dear listeners.
wrong.
I just ruined Dream Girls for y'all. I do apologize.
We're very
A
sorry we ruined this play
1970s
from
or
yeah,
80s musical. I'm
this
sorry I
play from the
ruined it.
1970s and movie from the early 2000s. We're sorry we ruined a part of it for you.
Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing. Did what's his doodle get a Oscar for that?
No,
Eddie Murphy.
dear. He ruined his chances. He was the front runner,
How'd he
and
ruin him?
then well, he also released that same year the movie Norbit.
Yeah,
He literally ruined his like he was the odds-on favorite to win,
he was
and
so
then
good in it.
he released Norbit.
Mm.
So I mean, it was
Listen.
exactly. I mean, I don't mind Eddie Murphy. I still have not forgiven him for knocking up and then abandoning Scary Spice. Like I'm still haven't forgiven him for that. But whatever.
So I don't know if you remember, but Listen, one of the dance mix of it used to be one of my drag songs.
I remember, dear.
And it was one that I would get tips for because I would go through it up on that stage
I remember.
in a velvet dress.
Yes, yes, I remember those days.
Kind of makes me want to buy another velvet dress from like Roses and do some puff
Come
paint on
on,
it.
Velvet. Come on, Miss Velvet.
Sorry, that shit ain't velvet. Some velveteen. Oh,
We have a drag queen here named Velvet, and it's like the most appropriate name. Like that is like when you meet her, you're like that. You should be called Velvet. Like that's literally it.
the first dress I ever had was that I ever wore on stage was that fake velour. I guess velour, isn't it? In emerald green. Oof, oof. Girl, do you know how well that cloth breathes? It doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't at all. Actually, it's basically like a different form of latex.
And girl, it was October, but it was a warm October as we have in North Carolina, and I was actually beat. Like the face was boot, like boot. I like
Even the brows were glued down and everything.
they did not glue down the brows
Okay,
because they did not have any. Actually, no, I think they did block them. I think they
girl.
did, yeah. A thing that I
Girl.
never did after I. That
Well,
is
I mean, they're caterpillars for God's sake. Both of us have caterpillars for eyebrows.
so you know what I do? I just paint another pair of eyebrows above them.
Why is Mims perpetually surprised? I don't know.
Two sets of eyebrows, both of them going, oh. Oh God, I'm a goddamn mess. Ah, Lord Maim, speaking of goddamn messes, did you know we have a Patreon?
Say what?
That's right. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcasts?
Oh, I did know that.
That's right, Maim. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Women podcast, the OG, and We Object, our Ally McBeal podcast. And dear listeners, if you subscribe to our Patreon, throw us a little money, any money, you get to see us in light drag, in video, as we have recorded these.
Also on our TikTok.
Little bits of them. From
you get to see our little bits. You can see our little bits.
But not just from that, too. Like, these are little bits from everything that I have, and I'm not releasing them on TikTok till, the actual episode's released.
Come to our TikTok and see our little bits.
Oh, my God. I'm not going to... Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Hey, Maim.
Yes?
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. If you go to mimsmaim.com, you can see it's revamped. And you can buy some things.
Come on, Vamp. That lady is a vamp handy.
Come on. And Maim right now, if you use code BIDET, BIDET, you get 10% off.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
You do.
Do you get the?
We have lots of little mugs. I put all the mugs up there. So.
Oh, come on, mugs.
Yeah, they're little coffee mugs. Just little.
Come on, mugs.
Just little coffee mugs and things. Some coffee mugs.
Do they have little funny sayings on them?
Some of them do. Yes.
Come on, mugs.
I could bidet all day is one of the sayings that we have on there. Hey, Maim. Do you know what I love?
Oh my gosh, yes. You love 5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim. I love 5-star reviews and sleeping. But in this case, 5-star reviews, I'm just thinking I'm hungover because I went out and drank last night.
Oh.
Not any place exciting, just like at the neighborhood bar. Yeah. But, my puppy's up and barking.
I thought you went to the gay bar.
No, not to the gay bar. Girl, I'm not going to the gay bars till they move officially. Like, they're moving. Both of them are moving, and I'm not even going to.
Wait, they're both moving?
Yeah.
Legends is moving?
Yeah, Legends sold. The property sold. Yeah.
But they're like an institution.
I can't say anything. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I guess it's true what they say. You can never go home again.
I mean, you can. Anyway, I love 5-star reviews, babe.
Oh, shit.
This is season 3, episode 16. Death Takes a Dive. You okay there?
I'm fine now. I was like, what just happened? What fell?
So we're in a boxing ring.
Mm-hmm.
And as the names pop up, we get Ernest Borgnine, LeVar Burton, Jerry Orbach as he appears on screen, and Adam West. What?
It's so great.
A very old Ernest Borgnine. Let me just...
Oh, so once again, there's Jessica helping out a friend. I love it. I love it.
There are, eyebrows to match mine.
Ernest is like, these residuals are not paying for my medications.
I'm sure he's got the good SAG-AFTRA insurance.
I guess, but I mean, like, if you think about Ernest Borgnine, how many things did you actually see him in the late 70s into the 80s?
I don't really know what I would have seen him in anyway.
Well, I've watched so many of those TV shows from that time period.
I
I
mean,
don't remember
I
him being
know,
that
I
young.
definitely know him, and I've seen him, but like, I don't remember where he was. Is he famous for something like?
Oh, he was a big movie actor, like big time movie actor. Like
I need something, girl. I need a title.
I don't really remember any of them specifically because he was always like a character
Jesus
actor.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
He
Ernest
used to do a lot of military movies. I remember
Borgnine.
that. Speaking of old actors, I was
Mm-hmm.
reading an interesting article yesterday about
Girl,
Shelley
McHale's
Winters.
Navy.
Oh, but the movie McHale's Name, not the TV show.
He was in the TV show from 1962, 1966.
Wait, who was in the movie McHale's Name? Oh, wait, that was Cary Grant, I think.
Poseidon Adventure.
That's what I was going to tell you about because that's the thing. So, Shelley Winters apparently was a competitive swimmer in her youth.
Yeah.
And when she went to go do the Poseidon Adventure, she had to gain all of this weight. And she was never able to lose that weight after the movie. And they had to rewrite parts of the movie because she was such a good swimmer that it didn't make sense that she would be stranded. So they had it so that she would have to go save Gene Hackman's character, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I love Shelley
I
Winters.
knew that.
Well, I'm glad you knew it, Dick. I knew that.
Well, I'm just saying that I knew that. I'm not saying anything that there's anything wrong that I knew that. But I did know
You
that.
wouldn't say anything's wrong with you. Like what?
Yeah, my face was not frozen again. I was just smiling and enjoying it.
I know you were.
Well, JB and Harry are here, and we find out that a boxer named Blaster, who's in the rink, is going to go up against Sean the Shillelagh, the Irish Shillelagh.
Black dudes against Irish dudes, very 70s,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's the 80s now.
Well, we also saw it in that Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Romeo plus Juliet was rough.
Romeo plus Juliet. Gosh, you're an asshole.
I love that movie so much. I love that.
I was just talking about that movie the other day to somebody about just how, like, it feels almost like a fever dream now, like that was a thing.
Do you not just every once in a while watch it?
I mean, I don't even know it was on like any streaming services.
Yeah, it's always somewhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, I may actually watch it sometime because it was so.
There's a romantic
ridiculously
movie
insane.
you like.
That's like a romantic tragedy, though.
Young hearts run free.
Never be hung up like my man and me. Come on. That soundtrack, though.
Oh,
That soundtrack was it.
That and the Cruel Intention soundtrack. Oh, girl. I am color blind.
It's a wonder that we all didn't just like
Come
just
out,
all of it.
just massive homosexuals, all of us.
Yeah.
Just an entire generation. No, we left that for Gen Z.
Yes.
So Blaster is getting in the ring. He's getting beaten up,
Mm-hmm.
and like the dude like starts throwing some bad punches at him, and Blaster goes off and beats the hell out of him. We found out that
temper.
Ernest Borgnine's playing Mr. Ponzini,
Yes, because of course he is.
the great Tortellini. I don't know. That's
Ponzini the Tortellini at Madison Square Garden, one night only.
one night only, one night only. Come on, baby, come on.
Our podcast conversations just bleed into each other.
No, well, look, dear listeners, we were talking about Dream Girls. And,
Girls. Because we're homosexuals.
and you know, every once in a while, we have to talk about something gay shit, something that involves a musical. And Dreamgirls is in fact a musical. So yeah, I will not be convinced otherwise. So we're at a bar,
I want to see it done as a tragic opera next. Leontine Price singing "And I Am Telling You."
Do we know what happened with Jamie Foxx at all? Do we know?
It still hasn't been revealed. I mean, it seems almost is from what it sounded like. It seemed almost
Suicide?
like he had a stroke.
Okay.
Like, but I don't know. Everybody's being very
Mm-hmm.
weird about it. Like, I'm fine with privacy, but it's just strange because like clearly it was something very, very bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he did that weird video or that weird posting that people started calling anti-Semitic, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like, okay, what's going on here, guys? Like, should he be in control of his own social media at the moment? Because it seems
Are you
odd.
just another thing? Are you excited about the Blue Beetle movie?
I like the Blue Beetle comic, so I was actually excited when they announced it. I wasn't as excited when I heard it was going to be very like family-ish, like we're a family and all that, because I don't know, that kind of thing is not that appealing to me. I mean, us coming from kind of like fraction homes, movies like that, I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
I love found family movies. I love found families. Like, I think they're great.
But this isn't like a found
Yeah.
family movie. It's like I can do everything because I love my family so
I
much.
wonder how.
It did well on Rotten Tomatoes. It
I
was
wonder
certified fresh.
how old is he in real life? Is he over 18? Because if
I
so,
don't know.
he is going to be like the gays are going to love him.
Yeah, he
Um,
was on another show, apparently. He was on
Kyle
the TV show.
XY.
What?
Just throw out another show.
So weird. It's weird how that happens because I was just talking about that show to somebody the
So we're
other
at
day
a
too.
bar, and Harry asks JB to invest in the boxer because he
Ugh.
owes $5,000 to Mr. Falcone.
Oh no, Jessica, don't get yourself wrapped up in all of
So we're
this.
going to go on a little Harry McGraw in the law story arc here.
Which I love those.
Oh, you do?
I know that you don't.
Look, it is. I love Jerry Orbach. I love Jerry Orbach so much. We present your dinner. Be our guest. Be our guest. That's right, dear listeners. If you didn't know, Jerry Orbach was the original Lumineer. If you don't know who Lumineer is,
I mean, he's a literal Broadway legend. Like,
there is. Oh yeah, yeah. But if you don't
which
know,
I didn't know that at the time. Like when this show was first on, I I remember Jerry Orbach, but I did not know what Jerry Orbach was famous for. I just thought he was just like a guy like from old movies because that's what almost everybody on
yeah.
here was for. So later, when I found out he had this illustrious Broadway career, I was just kind of like,
I mean,
"Whoa, this is really cool."
he started the role as the lawyer in Chicago. Like that was his role.
No, that's what I mean. But like, I didn't know. I mean, remember in the '80s, we didn't know about that
Girl, you
stuff.
watched all of the Tonys.
Yeah, but I was a kid. I didn't understand the context of any of it.
Uh,
And Chicago was in the '70s. It wasn't in the '80s. So I
well,
wouldn't have seen those Tony Awards.
he did a couple of the like. I think he did the ABC Star. What Night of a Thousand Stars? That CBS or ABC?
But that's the other thing too, right? Because remember on the Tony Awards,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know if a person was famous because of the Tonys and Broadway or if they were just a CBS television star because they would run those people through there
Fair.
too. Yeah.
Fair. Girl, we should. You know what we should do? We should go to like a studio. I don't care what is Fox. You know, it's not owned by the master Fox anymore. You know, just ABC, CBS, NBC, Hulu. I don't care. And do Night of a Thousand Stars with us hosting.
I would love to bring that back.
Yeah, I know, right? Just
The
like
stupidest thing that is
and
that
now
and
for the
Circus of
JC Penney
Stars.
fashion show.
Oh my gosh. Remember Circus of the Stars too? Where
Yes.
jeez.
Oh, I hated Circus Stars. Night of a Thousand
Maury?
Stars ago. Circus Stars was dumb.
Mario Lopez on the trapeze.
Okay, that I did like.
Of course you did.
He was so hot without that fucking mullet. I don't like mullets. I don't. They don't do it for me.
You're in the wrong state, buddy.
Denial, homosexuality.
too.
Which one?
Oh man, what do you got?
So he took $5,000.
Duelers.
5,000 big ones is what he said. 5,000 Rupel doll hairs to find the daughter of Mr. Falcone, who left with the sax player. The daughter came back. Mr. Falcone wanted his money back. So Harry goes to Pinky Schultz. Pinky Schultz owes him some money. Pinky Schultz is dead. A lawyer, he didn't get his name, hands over Blaster to him. He decides to take Blaster to Mr. Ponzini. Ponzini was having a problem with Dave Robinson, LeVar Burton, because apparently Ponzini can't read, and LeVar Burton was trying to teach him how to. I can go anywhere. Friends to know, ways to grow, a reading rainbow.
Masterful.
So the reporter was asking about Talmadge. He kicks the reporter out. Talmadge comes in with a woman. Talmadge is being played by Adam West. And we meet Sean and Dennis's trainer. Sean's the boxer. And girl, I don't know if you noticed this about Sean. I don't know if you noticed while he was standing there that he was not wearing underwear. And it was... The package was delivered.
I missed that completely.
I don't know how you missed that.
I've never been a very good crotch watcher, honestly. I'm not good at it.
There are lies in this house. There are lies.
No. There was one
back in elementary school.
There was one instance, and after that instance, it's that power disappeared. Multiple people have pointed that out to me that I'm quite terrible.
Which one instance was it? Was this the one in high school?
This was one in 8th grade. The most infamous of all of the. Yeah. Like when I was in, like, seriously, people have actually made fun of me because they're like, "How did you not see that?" I was like, "I just missed it. I just didn't see it."
I mean, I don't normally see it, but it was right there at eye height. Like it was, his crotch was like what you were looking at in the center of the thing. I'm like, oh.
Which scene was this?
Like I believe it's either the first or second one that he shows up. No, it's where he's talking about confessing. No, it's the first one. It's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, just go back and.
I mean, I'll go back and watch it again.
No, you don't. I mean, it's not like detailed. You don't get to see the full mushroom, but you do get to see the.
I mean, girl, it might not be a full mushroom. It could be a chorizo. You don't know.
That's true. That's true.
You don't know.
That's true.
Maybe he came from Europe.
He is Irish.
There you go. Maybe he actually was Irish. Just, he's lived in America a long time.
I want to live in America. For a small fee in America. Hi. Harry tries to get Talmadge to take on the fight with Blaster. He says no. So it's later at Harry's, okay, and Blaster's sitting there, and Talmadge just shows up. And the person who was going to fight Blaster on fight Sean on the televised thing, named Jacko, can't make it because he was hit by his wife for cheating.
Yes.
And Adam West, Talmadge, is like, I don't expect him to win.
Can I just say, I really did not realize, and maybe it's just the innocence of youth, just how terrible an actor Adam West is.
So I have two thoughts on this. Okay. Number one, this role, not for Adam West, right? He's not a bad guy. Number two, I think he was doing it the way he does Batman, which Batman is purposefully done poorly.
Yes.
I will go to his role in Family Guy as a point that he's a very good voice actor.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, voice acting is different than regular acting. And Just some of the lines he delivers on here, I'm just sitting here watching like, oof. Like,
I know.
dude.
So we're back at the restaurant, and Harry just flat out asked JB for money.
I mean, he was being subtle, and that wasn't getting him anywhere.
So JB lends him $5,000. And Harry's like, okay, thank you. I'm going to go to the phone. I'm going to get this fight started. So it's just JB and Blaster. And Blaster's like, I can't win. No one would ever fight me again. And I get the same amount of money no matter what. So I can't win.
Or Blaster.
Yeah. So now we're back in Cabot Cove, and that's the end of the episode. No, wait. No, wait.
Oh, hello. Oh, my service hasn't been paid for this week. Hello.
So it is Dave Robinson calling, who is
Hey, that
LeVar
guy.
Burton. Yeah, with some hair. I did not mention earlier, LeVar Burton has a greased up box cut. Like it is.
It's not just a box cut either because it overhangs his forehead.
Yeah. Like it
which
is,
was strange looking.
It really was. Like it didn't look bad, but it didn't look good.
It affected the actual shape of him, which was like odd.
Did he ever win an Emmy for Roots?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Look,
Roots was basically the only thing that was like present that year. It was like nobody else should have even existed that year.
Good. Did you ever read the book?
Yes, actually I did.
Is it good?
I don't really remember it that well. I was in high school. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember why I read it either. We have a copy at home. Like it was like a.
It wasn't one of. It wasn't. Do you remember an AP hit English? We were all assigned a summer reading book, a different summer reading book.
Yes.
Okay. Was that?
No.
Okay.
This was just like. This is just when I used to read all the time.
Okay.
Right. It was just like I saw it there, and people had been talking about it so much. I was like, oh, okay, I'll read it. It was pretty. It's like 500 pages. Pretty big book. But yeah, it was good. I think that it's more historical.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that might be interested in it, like it's not as narratively driven as it is a lot of historical. Gotcha. It was good. I mean, I like history books, so. Yeah.
So the phone call comes in, and he begins asking about Blaster and Harry, and she finds out that JB Fletcher, is Blaster's manager of record. So JB gets off the phone with him, picks up her phone, goes to her little planner, flips through to find the phone numbers like you used to have to whenever you had a bunch of them. We used to keep ours in the back of the yellow pages. You know how they had that sheet that had all the... And every time we just ripped out the back sheets and kept them in the back of the yellow pages.
Good gracious. We really are from a different time at this point.
It's true. Dear listeners, there used to be a book that you would get in the mail.
It was heavy.
I loved it. I loved the feel of it. I loved the smell of it. I loved the phone book.
I loved moving when I went to Greensboro for college, and theirs was so much bigger because it's like they're from a bigger part.
Yeah.
I was just like,
did you get
like, what in the world is this?
Get 2 phone books, girl. Yes. Oh, God.
It's like it was so different from where we were from. I was like, what is this? Why is it so big?
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, simpler times, Maim. Simpler times. JB calls Harry. And Lieutenant Casey picks up. You remember him? Nope, neither did I, but he's there.
I remembered it.
I'm joking. I remembered him too. Are those birds on your hat?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't tell what they were, and you went like that, and I saw a bird.
Oh, yeah, it's birds.
Okay. Put a bird on it. Harry's under arrest for first-degree murder.
Whoa. That's a jump.
Yeah. So at the police department, and JB and the lieutenant are talking, and Talmadge is dead. What proof do you have? Nothing. He doesn't say anything. Harry enters and lieutenant leaves. And we find out that Harry signed JB's name to the form because the boxing commission would never let Harry do anything.
Wow. That seems illegal.
It is.
Yeah.
That's illegal, Maim. That's illegal. That's very illegal. Scroll down. There we go. So we hear Harry's story. He was at Ponzini's, the Tortellinis, in the office. He said, Sean, Mr. Talmadge, I can actually fight. I didn't know if you knew this, but I can actually fight. I'm a very good fighter, and I heard that all my past fights were rigged, and, they lost on purpose to make me look better. Why did you do that? I can actually fight, Mr. Talmadge.
Sean, I think you might need to go to the doctor. You sounded a little scruffy.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right.
The woman flirts with Harry. Hey, big boy.
Now, we have to make sure, in case people are listening to us do the play-by-play and not actually watch this, Harry's been narrating some of this episode too.
Yes, that's true.
That's part of the pilot episode, right?
Yes.
Is that, it's like a old what do you call it? The gumshoes, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, with that weird accent and I did this in the middle of the night, and that dame came over. Yeah. Dear listeners, I don't like that.
At all.
It had its time and its place, and that time and place are over. I mean, I'm sure that there's a time and place for it now in history books.
I'm sure it will get resurrected in some sort of media of some kind.
Girl, it will at the first time we host a murder mystery night together. What?
Oh.
Mims and Maim murder mysteries?
Yes. Invite us to your homes.
I mean, yeah, we'll do it.
We'll totally do it.
We'll totally do it.
Somebody has to play the dead body or real dead body.
Dear listeners, if you want to be our Patty Daddy for that one will be $20K.
Yeah. Be your Patty Daddy and we'll come do murder mysteries at your house every day.
For 20, girl, every day. That's 300,000K.
Each. Plus insurance.
Nobody got time for Obamacare. I'm joking, dear listeners. If you are uninsured, please look up Obamacare. Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
So Harry goes in the office, tells Talmadge that Blaster won't throw the fight. Like, Talmadge really wants him to. He's like, no. So Ponzini hits him. Harry has his gun out. It goes off, and Adam West's like, how dare you do that? Don't ever do that again, or you will end up dead. Did I get it right?
Iconic.
Thank you. Thank you. I know. So we're back at Harry's, and Talmadge's woman came over. Her name is Lois, we find out. It seems to me. Oh, God. So she comes out of the bedroom, and Doc calls him, who is that guy. What, oh, God. What's his real name? Doc.
The Doc. I can't remember.
Anyway, Doc calls him, and it's like it convinces him that he can beat Sean. That Blaster can actually beat Sean.
Yeah.
So Harry goes out to find Blaster. He finds him. He goes home, and the lieutenant takes him in. So we're at the police, and the lieutenant's like, what happened was Harry called him, met him under the bridge, and shot him. Shot through the heart, and you're too late. You're too late?
You're to blame.
You're to blame. That's correct. You know why? You should give love a bad name, not a bad Nate.
Yeah, I've been known to do that, actually.
A bad Nate or a bad name?
Both.
You know, we should... Dear listeners, if you're out there and you have any kind of link for us to go on $10,000 Pyramid or whatever it is now, we'll do it.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Yes, it would be.
I forgot they brought that back.
Oh, they did. And what's his doodle? The one who just came out as bisexual.
Wayne Brady?
Wayne Brady does it, yes.
Oh.
No, it's not Wayne Brady.
Oh.
It's Tooth. Gap Tooth. ABC Morning.
Oh, Michael Strahan.
There you go.
We would do really well on that TV show.
We would. Gap Tooth.
We would do really well on that
Black
TV
Man. Thinks Michael Strahan is. Next.
Gosh, that would have been, we could do well.
We could. Do you want to give her pass?
Buy me dinner first.
Wink. Actually, our ideal would be to be the center square in Hollywood squares. Like, for Mims and Maim to be the middle square and just everything around.
That would be her dream.
That would be our dream job. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but
maybe when we get to our 60s.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll pay.
He won't.
No, never does. So it's a little bit later at the police station, and JB's shown a picture of Talmadge. We find out that the lieutenant has no idea if there actually wasn't a phone call. There were no powder burns on Talmadge's shirt, and he was killed with 38 police special, the same exact gun as Harry carries. But ballistics came back, and the bullet matches Harry's gun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry. What have you done, buddy?
What have you done, buddy? God, what have you done, buddy? So Taxi picks up JB, and she's going to Ponzini's gym.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they go to a side alley, and Dave Robinson just jumps in, and Pam, the photographer, is driving them around. Dave is trying to get some dirt on Talmadge. And Dave talks about how he went to the Scranton School of Journalism. Scranton, where Joe Biden's from.
Mm-hmm. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I just had the craziest realization.
Oh, no.
So, Doc, I just realized Doc is the dad from Good Times.
Yes.
John Amos. But in addition to that, he and LeVar Burton were the older and younger Kunta Kinte and Roots.
Oh.
It just hit me. I was like, wait a minute. They were a younger and older version in that thing. So that's really just kind of struck me just now. I was like, sorry, dear listeners. My brain was like on trying to associate stuff, and I realized that suddenly. That's really kind of, John Amos is still alive. He's still alive, still kicking. Has barely a single wrinkle on that face of his. I think that man's gonna be like 120 before he dies. Also, he was Mr. McDowell on Coming to America.
Britney Spears is going crazy on Instagram right now. Crazier on Instagram right now.
No, because of the divorce.
I mean, it's just her with a bunch of hot men right now saying she's okay. Girl, if either one of us ever give a divorce, just make sure that you're around a bunch of hot men and just Instagram pictures of it. In drag, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, if I ever get divorced, I'll just be living in drag the rest of my life.
Will you?
Yeah, just you.
Okay.
Because I won't even see the need of changing or washing my face at that point. I'll just be like, whatever. I'll just keep layering it. It's fine. Isn't that how they make death mask eventually?
God. Dear listeners, if you have never been in drag, it is the grossest thing. It is. You sweat so much. It is not comfortable.
No.
It is. Oh, the foundation, the powder everywhere, the glitter. Oof. God, the sweat. It's just the sweat's what kills me. I start with my face on, and ends up on my chest.
Oh my God, girl, you never look better. My face is up here. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were doing bearded drag, so that was surprising.
Oh, God. So we find out that about Ponzini. He, back in the day, was a very good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And he was getting ready to like win whatever the thing he was going to win. And Talmadge made him throw the fight. And like he made a lot of money from it. And Talmadge gave him a gym to get like some people through to just make money and fight.
But he was never respected after that.
Never respect after that. He gets, in fact, no respect.
Not the Dangerfield treatment.
Oh, no. Do you think, is Rodney Dangerfield in an episode of this mess? I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is somewhere.
Don't even get me excited like that. You know how I love him.
Oh, that's right.
I loved him when I was a kid.
Oh, God. You know what I did love, though? A movie I've never seen. Ladybugs.
Yes.
Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Boy,
Ladybugs was good. I loved his animated movie, Rover Dangerfield. I thought that was so cute when I was a kid. I did. I loved Rodney Dangerfield as a kid.
Have you rewatched any Rodney Dangerfield as an adult?
I watched the school one, Back to School. It's still funny. Like if you go back and watch them now, you kind of realize something, which is like Rodney Dangerfield is not taking this serious. And when you realize that, you're like, well, that's why to most people back then, these movies weren't very good. But when you watch them now, it's basically like something that you'd see somebody on Comedy Central doing that people would be losing their mind over. Because he's just like, everything is so tongue in cheek and everything is just like, it's all just a joke to him. He's just there having a good time. So it's just very funny to me.
What is, I saw you why is he broken? Okay, I'll get to that in a little bit. Sorry, I just looked at you Facebooked a tweet from your dear governor.
Oh.
And I was like, why is he broken? Because you were going on about Rodney Dangerfield and I just couldn't listen anymore.
I understood. I get like that sometimes.
I know.
I check out of my own conversations occasionally.
I know. Well, we're back at the gym now. And Sean's practicing. And Dennis and Sean are arguing back and forth. JB comes in and starts questioning them. And we find out that during that morning, they were out doing road work. So they could not have committed the murder.
Got it. Road work.
Ponzini comes in and is like, the fight's on. Oh. And Dennis asked JB to throw the fight. And JB's like, nah, boo. I believe that's a planet in a Star Wars.
Naboo? Yeah.
Naboo, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, I know a little. I did see Queen Amidala and Queen
You saw who?
Queen Amidala is what I said. Just say things that are like adjacent to the
Oh
words.
man, I would love like a redneck Star Wars with Queen Amidala.
Hey y'all! I'm gonna
Y'all better get your space rifles, y'all. We got to defend the Senate.
I'm pregnant with twins, and they got the Force. Jesus. Girl, I need to send you. There is a YouTuber who does, like, she comes out with a new, like, video once every 2-3 months. They're like an hour and a half long. She goes in depth into things.
Okay.
And one of the things she went in depth to was this: there's a random church that does like full production value. I can't remember if it's Christmas or Easter plays. They are wacky and fantastic. I might have
we have a place like that here. Like we actually have a place in Fort Lauderdale, the First Baptist Church here. They are known around the country. Like people come to watch their Christmas nativity show because
well, actually, no, it's Easter. It's Easter. It's the Jesus.
Okay.
It's Easter. But it's like they take movies and incorporate them into Jesus.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
like,
man, I would love to see how they incorporate Seven.
What's in the box? The blood of Christ.
That's my body. Eat it.
I mean, you know, as a Catholic, technically, we are eating the true body of Christ. It has transformed into the body and blood of Christ when you eat it. We were told at like whatever age we were, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when we're going through Catholic studies, that when they do the thing up there, the body and blood of Christ is considered a sacrifice, and there is blood and skin all over the altar. So we're back at the bar. Yeah. And Doc is betting on horses.
Oh, Doc, this is how people get in trouble, buddy.
Wow, horses couldn't drag me away. Well, Jake B comes in and asks Doc to manage Blaster.
Good job.
Doc says no, goes up, watches his horse lose badly, turns off the TV. Did you hear what was said as he turns off the TV? There's a woman who very quietly says, I wanted to watch Wheel of Fortune.
I didn't hear that. I'm a Foley artist.
Oh, yeah. So he goes back. It's like, hey, I'll do it. If you can I have my payment just a little bit sooner, please? Thanks. So we're back at the jail. And Harry reads the newspaper and gets upset. And gets upset with JB. Well, what were you doing during all this time, JB? Why haven't you got me out here yet? Well, she found out where everybody was, Maim. Sean and Dennis were doing road work. Ponzini was at work. And there's many people there who can vouch for him. Lois's doorman saw her come in. He'll vouch for it. Doc went to the track, so he says, what Jerry Orbach says. And JB's like, the fight needs to stay on to get the killer to come out of the woodwork. So there's a TV report, and it's a puff piece about Sean, who was earlier from Minnesota, is now from Wisconsin. I don't know if you caught that. There's some incongruity here.
Yeah, there was a little change there.
There's a little change, yes.
I had to do a rewind. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, he's now from Sheboygan, which is in Wisconsin, as opposed to
Sheboygan. That's
yeah.
where Marilyn Monroe's character was from in Some Like It Hot.
That's a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe was a fun actress. Like, sad, tragic, very fun.
Yeah. We'll leave it there because, I could talk about that for many hours.
What's the one that I like? What's the Marilyn Monroe movie I like? Is that Something Like It's Hot? Which one's the Cruise?
The Cruise, that's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
I like that one. That's the Piggy.
Like, give me the plot. I'll give you the name.
I love Piggy. He is so fun. I just that movie.
I'm obviously, like, you haven't watched as many old movies as me, and sometimes he'll pop up in some of the movies, and you're just like, I get so excited every time. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good because he's always good.
So JB's getting ready. She's putting on her attire, and then there's a montage because everybody loves a montage. Girl, I would like to say I like a montage. I do not like a clip show.
There's a difference.
That's right.
It's different.
That's right, because there's no speaking in a montage.
No, there's no speaking. It's usually done in like a fanciful way with good music.
Short.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Owl House on Disney Plus?
No.
It is fun. Have I told you about this cartoon yet?
No, you told me about something with centaurs.
Oh yeah, Centaur World.
Yeah.
You haven't watched that one either, have you?
Not yet.
Okay. This was on Disney Plus. Wendy Malick is the one of the two leads.
Wendy Malick.
You know Wendy Malick is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, so she's like one of the two witch leads, and like fantastic. She's great at voice acting because she's just playing herself. So it's great.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay. Owl House. Got it.
Yeah. Do you remember Just Shoot Me?
Yes.
Okay. I figured you did.
Yeah. I remember her in Just Shoot Me. I remember her on Dream On. She was the best part of Dream On.
Never watched Dream On.
It was like HBO's first adult comedy, so we were too young to watch it. I watched it in reruns later. I remember they actually started broadcasting it on TV and they edited out the sex parts. But it was still funny because she wasn't in the sex part, so she was always in it. So,
I mean, they did that with Sex and the City too.
They put that on broadcast TV for a little bit.
TNT.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, after 11, and they cut them down to 30-minute episodes.
I guess we're going to probably see a lot of that in the next year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the writer's strike, they're actually negotiating now, so that may be over soon.
Oh, that's nice.
The SAG strike,
well, SAG strike is out. The SAG strike's got a lot more. It's a lot more stuff there. What they're asking those actors to do.
Well, so after biking, Doc, Blaster, and JB are sitting at a picnic table talking. And we find out that Talmadge screwed up a lot of people, a lot of famous boxers that were up-and-comers, including one named Lou Robbie, the Scranton Scrapper.
Scranton again?
He was going to be in a fight, told to lose it, and the dude just beat him the shit up. Like, just destroyed him. So we're at the newspaper now in Dave's office. And he's upset at the world and at Pam. And so Pam leaves the office in a huff and is approached by someone that's like, hey, there's an old lady looking through stuff downstairs.
An old lady, you say?
Yeah, like, what? Okay, there's an old, whatever. Like, that was my thought. So JB's looking at back issues and shows her the little piece of paper of Lewis Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes on a walk with Pam. And Pam... A jaunt in her cute little cowboy boots and pink beret. And Pam explains that Dave really hates Talmadge. But he was with Pam during the murder because they are getting it on. Let's get
Lovers, just let your soul, let it all so silky smooth, just let it shine through. That was for you, John Amos. A little Coming to America shout out.
So he JB noticed that Talmadge was always dressed up, but but in the murder shot, he was just in a white shirt and slacks.
Oh,
and Pam was like,
true.
No, we followed him for ages, and he would never be caught like that. He would always be wearing like a tweed coat and cashmere sweater.
Interesting.
So we pan over, and Lois is tailing JB. We're back at the bar.
Yes.
And Dennis is now trying to convince Doc. Doc says absolutely not. I'm not going to have him throw the fight.
Oh, hello.
Dennis McConnell to the blue phone. Dennis McConnell to the blue phone, please.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So Dennis goes over to the blue phone, and it's Lois. And he's basically like, I told you not to call me. Don't call me. I'll call you. And told her to cool it. But Lois is very upset and thinking they're going to be like found out or something or another. And who knows? But she's just very upset by it.
Yeah.
Well, now JB's decided to go to Talmadge's to snoop around. And the lieutenant's there. And we find out that a jacket and a cashmere sweater are missing from Talmadge's house.
Whoa. This plot is getting crazy
isn't
now.
It though? It's almost like it's a Murder, She Wrote plot. Almost. Not quite, because there's a lot more men in it. But they're all inept, so at least there's that.
Yes. Inept men are the best men for Jessica.
Have you seen Barbie yet?
No. I know.
Do you go to the movies?
We haven't been in a while.
Why don't you just go?
I mean,
you are a young, independent woman.
I'm usually just working on so many things on the weekend, like stuff for the rest of the week, that I just forget sometimes. Honestly, that's really what it is.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do?
No.
In the immortal words of the Muppet movie, the first new one, in the words of Amy Adams, you need to have a me party, a party just for one. Have a me party.
I mean, I don't know if I should have a me party at the Barbie movie.
Fair. Be messy. Anyway. So, we're back at the police. And Harry's like, no, I didn't kill him. And there was no way for my gun to be switched, because even if Lois stole the gun, it was back in my holster when I came home with Blaster. So there's no way it can be switched.
Yeah.
We found out that there was a call made to Talmadge, and it came from Ponzini's office. So JB's like, no, Lieutenant, don't do your job. I'm going to go do your job, and I'm going to go to Ponzini's. Whatever.
Just go with it.
I'm going with it. So we're at Ponzini's, And we find out that the gym was... She goes up to Ponzini and really annoys Ernest Borgnine. And he's like, the gym was open at 7:30. There were 2 fighters here. The cleaner, Doc. He was getting ready to go to the races. Dennis and Sean. And people just use the phone. Like, they just use it. Dennis comes over and gets rude. Puts his hands on JB. Blaster comes over and says, stop. Sean puts his hands on Blaster. And Blaster just decks him.
Blaster just keeps pulling those punches.
Yep. So we're back at the police station, and they're getting a statement from Sean, and I didn't make any phone calls, but you know that Dennis dude, he called a woman. He's had a side piece for a while, and he's been getting it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. And I would just like to clarify that I did not lie to the cops about doing the road work. That, in fact, was Dennis. I didn't say nothing. I just stayed quiet.
Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Sound like I'm dying.
Oh, God. So, we're now at Lois's apartment, which sounds like a lesbian bar.
Lois's apartment?
Yeah.
That does.
Where
You know what I thought
Lois's
earlier?
apartment? What?
Earlier, when you messaged me, I was like, I thought about one of the things you said was a perfect name for a gay bar, which was Backdoor Pilot.
Backdoor Pilot.
I was like, this is a great name for a gay bar.
I'm only going to let you in if you're union.
Next to Lois's apartment? I mean...
Backdoor Pilot and Lois's apartment. Yes, queen.
Oh my gosh.
So which gay clubs in Wilton Manors are lesbian friendly?
Lesbian friendly?
Well, we'll let women in.
Oh, most of them.
Does the Eagle?
Yeah, Eagle's fine with women.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only one that's really like bad. Well, I don't know. Maybe Eagle's not as. I don't know if Eagle. They don't have a policy like they're not like Ramrod. But I just don't think women go there.
Okay.
But I know that they don't have it. Like that was a big thing when they first opened. Is they were very clear like that they are not like Ramrod.
Okay.
Like it was very clear. Like no, guys, we're not doing that. So yes, dear listeners, there is a bar here in South Florida that doesn't really. It's basically policy, although they say it's not. But if you're a woman and you go inside the bar, you will not be treated very well. So being refused to serve and stuff like that. Oh, misogyny. Ugh.
Misogyny. So the doorman talks to JB, and apparently Dennis was there with Lois all evening, and they were up there in the apartment the entire time, and he did not see anybody leave.
Mm-hmm.
So then JB goes to newspaper talk to Dave about some stuff. And he's like, oh, you want to know about Lou Robbie? And that was my dad. But I've decided that, times they are changing and I killed the story. JB asks about Lois, and apparently she's a hustler that just likes money.
Yes.
So good on her.
Come on, Lois. You better get it, girl.
And as JB's walking away, there's a football game on, and they mention shotgun, and something clicks. JB goes to the police office. She talks to the lieutenant. She's like, I know who killed him. I know how to prove it. I need you to release Harry and tell everybody that he's out of jail. So we're back at Ponzini's. Harry and JB break in to reenact the shooting. There's a bullet hole. They look for the bullet in the bullet hole. The bullet hole is in the back of a cushion, but there's no bullet in there.
Oh.
And then Sean shows up with a shotgun. Yeah, I killed him because he was going to kill me, and I was trying to find a way to do it. And the only way I found was when you shot that gun. I was like, hell yeah, can you use that gun bullet in my here shotgun and take him down? And I did it. I did it. I did it. Lieutenant, come in. And then Harry's got his gun. Doc and Blast are going to move to Tennessee to be farmers. Dave and Pam went to get married. Harry paid JB back, and he's selling his story to CBS.
I wanted to mansplain it for a second.
Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you like this episode?
I did, but I have a very... I know me and you have different views of some of these episodes.
I like the JB portion. I thought it was too long. Like, I know that this was either aired, like, it was probably aired 2 episodes. Like, the first part was going to be hers. Second part was going to be where Harry McGraw and the Law was going to be. I understand that. I just thought it was too much. Because it was 1:12. Like, that's long, but that's...
It was little. I mean, with commercials, that would have been like 1.5 hour long, like almost like a TV movie length.
It may have been the TV movie at the time. Movie at the time.
Or like a special, that's used to do that too, right? It's a special edition.
Special episode, yeah.
Because they were like, we're definitely we're gonna get a pilot out of this, definitely.
Yeah. Well, this was the pilot.
Yeah. And it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it did. He had a show for a season.
No, I mean, but like a season. That's what I mean.
At least I think it was. How many seasons was it? Harry McGraw. The Law and Harry McGraw. Sorry, one season, just one season, from September to February. Ooh.
Oh God, wasn't even a full season.
No, 17 episodes.
He didn't even get a full season pickup. That's sad.
No, yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the funny things about this show is that every element of these shows is great because of Jessica, right? Like when you take her out of it, it loses something. Like I can't, like even as much as I love Jerry Orbach, I can't imagine watching an entire Harry McGraw episode and him doing like the narration. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm remembering this, if I'm not mistaken, there was another show. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it was called Mike Hammer. Yes. 1984. The new Mike Hammer. That this is like what I knew this was so funny to me. Like every time this episode Harry McGraw came up, I was like, why does this keep reminding me of something? There was a show called Mike Hammer that came on, I think, also CBS.
Okay.
And basically, this is what Mike Hammer was. It was like he narrated the show. He did the whole like all of that. It was it was relatively popular.
I mean,
but that's
part of the thing with Harry McGraw and the Law is he's got a lot younger woman working with him.
Oh, that was the part of that too. Like that was the part of Mike Hammer also.
Hold on.
Like Mike Hammer was like a thing. Like it kept after the show, they started just using it to turn it into like TV movies. So then after the original series, it was just Stacey Keach kept coming back for more TV movies. But that's literally, it was like them copying that formula. But they used Jessica to.
She was the woman who was the lead in Hill Street Blues.
Yeah,
that's who was his counterpart.
I've never watched Hill Street Blues as an adult. I remember it as a kid, but not vividly.
Why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Oh yeah, there's that thing we have to do. Hi, dear listeners, it's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. I'm never going to deliver that correctly. You can find me down here in South Florida, over there at Killy Rydell hosting amazing colossal karaoke. I do improv and stand-up comedy over at Villain Theater. More about them at villaintheater.com. And I'm one of the moderators on the It's Happening Out network, which is a queer news and entertainment show. More about them at It's Happening Out on your different social media platforms. Lastly, you can follow me on social media at Auntie Maims with an S. And if you would like to visit my website, it's I'mYourAuntieMaim.com.
Hey, y'all, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know that we have Patreon?
Yes, I do know that.
That's right, Maim. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw somebody. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you know we have another podcasts?
What?
That's right. We have two. We've got Baking Sugar, our Design Women podcast. And you know that's not right. We object. Our Ally McBeal podcast. Hey, Maim.
Autopilot's a bitch. Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. If you go to mimsandmaim.com, you can see it's revamped and you can buy something. Hey, Maim, do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right, Maim. I love 5-star reviews. If you like us out there, leave us a 5-star review. It really means a lot to us. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that you can reach us?
Yes.
That's right, dear listeners. You can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com or send us a text at 704-380-0618. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to say?
Not really.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, babe.
Bye, y'all.